Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm going to try and share my screen because we had some difficulties today. And let's see if I can do that from here. I may have to do it from my. We are about to get started with my interview author and playwright, Mule Jones. So just give him just a moment to get in here. Just a moment. We were having some technical difficulties, so I do apologize for that. But I hope everyone is well. I hope you all are doing well. Not on my phone. Waiting just a moment for him to come in. Let's go over here and let me know when you're in, Michael, and I will bring you on to the live interview. Let me know if you're in, and I will bring you in. Hope you all okay. He's in here, and I will bring you on. Accept and come on in. Hello, how are
Hello, can you hear me?
you? I can hear you perfectly. Excuse me, a little bit of a cough. So, how are you doing?
I'm okay now, I guess.
That's right. There's one more than one way to skin a cat, right? We're not gonna let nothing stop us. That's right. We're not gonna let nothing stop us from doing this amazing interview. So I would like to thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to have you on my show, Our Words Matter podcast, because it's about sharing Black stories through Black voices and just uplifting the community. So again, welcome in, Mr. Jones, and
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And so, if you could just give us a brief, little bit about your journey as an author and a playwright and filmmaker.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I can tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Michael Jones. I done several things throughout the years, but it all started way back when I was in Atlanta. I went to college. Went to Southern Tech, graduate, went to Morris Brown, and graduated in real estate. And in Atlanta, I living in a city, kind of a mecca of black community. I had a dream, and this was in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
And the dream was, can all African Americans come together $1 at a time to raise $1 million and redirect it back into the black community $1 at a time? It was
Mm-hmm.
just a dream of mine to hopefully reinvent economic empowerment in the black community. So I went on TV, radio, and print and promoting. We adopted an organization called Brightside Academy, who's an organization in Atlanta, helping children after school program.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the entire year, on TV, radio, and print, speaking to organizations, Black Secretary Association, Black Lawyers Association, fraternities, sororities, asking for just $1.
Okay.
Um, the whole year was interesting, I can
Mm-hmm.
say, dealing with my people.
I,
I love the journey. And at the end of the year, we only raised a little over $4,000,
okay.
which our stated goal was $1 million.
Right.
So we were a little short of that.
I understand that.
Yeah. But someone came to me and said, you know what, you need to put it in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, didn't really understand what they meant by that. But put in perspective that have had over 400 years of economic empowerment, of teaching economics, teaching their children economics, passing on economics to their children. We have had 40 to 60 years.
Right.
Malcolm and Martin Luther King in the 60s until now, we have grown up into America. We have more architects, engineers, doctors, lawyers within that time period. But if you equate 400 years to 40 years,
Yeah.
that's like an adult to a child.
Right. Exactly.
And you see many times if you give a child something that they never have for the first time, they'll use it, misuse it, and eventually lose it because they never had the coping skills with owning something new.
Right. Exactly.
So in our community, we're squandering our resources. Not all of us, but a lot of us are. So I put all the information. I was so blessed that God chose me to create a journal
Okay.
of the movement that we did in 1996.
Okay.
And 4 years later, I wrote my book,
Okay.
$1 at a time.
Yes. Okay.
You
Okay.
know, which is based on economics
Right.
within the black community.
Mm-hmm.
And I published a book in 2000
Okay.
after learning more and digging more into the economic empowerment in the black community, from issues that we have, from light skin, long hair, short hair, all the issues that we need to get rid of to
Mm-hmm.
come together.
Right.
Um, I published my book in 2000. I
Mm.
created my own publishing company, so I created 100% of the wealth from the book. Um, and I manufacture the book, print the book, bind the book, glue the book, all
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Right. Okay.
And I did a book tour from 2000, 2001 when I first came to Augusta, Georgia. And I did a book tour, and someone came up to me and said, "You know what? I like your book,
Mm-hmm.
but have you ever thought about writing a play? Because black folks don't read."
I,
Oh,
I beg to differ. We do read. We're getting better, right?
I know. I hated to hear that. I was like,
Right.
"Oh God." I mean, and I wish I had the foresight to remember that person's name,
Mm-hmm.
because that person put me on the journey
Yes.
um, to turn my book into a stage play
Yes. Mm-hmm.
called Never Again.
Right.
As you
Okay.
can see, this is on VHS.
Right. I remember
You
those.
know, yeah, many years ago.
Yeah.
So I came to Augusta in 2000, and we did the Imperial Theater in 2002,
Okay.
850 seat theaters, and we sold out
Oh
the
wow.
very first show I ever did. And I was like, wow. I mean, that was the high I've been chasing ever since.
Right. Okay.
And we toured from 2002 to 2004, and then DVDs came out into the world.
Right.
DVD
It's
of
right.
Never Again.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
and then I wrote my second play called 40 Acres Who Stole the Mule,
Right.
which was based on a family finally getting 40 acres and a mule, and they're fighting over the mule. And
Okay. Okay.
everyone's trying to sell it, steal it, and you see how material things can break up a family, and the grandmother's trying to keep her family together. So that play toured from 2006 to 2009,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did my third play called When God Calls, Will You Answer?, which
Okay.
was based on finding your calling in life,
Okay.
because throughout all this 20 years, I found my calling, which would be to write, produce, and direct a stage play and tour it from start to finish.
Okay. Okay.
So we toured from 2011 to 2018 with When God Calls,
Okay.
and then COVID came in
Yeah.
2020, and now I'm a filmmaker. So
Right. Okay. So in a sense, COVID kind of pushed you on and further on into
yeah, yeah, people were saying that now we got a lot of eyeballs,
right. That's great.
on TV and social media. So I'm 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 loving this process. I mean, there's so many things you can do with a stage play. I mean, with a movie that you couldn't do with a stage play. That's so much. I'm loving it.
Right. You can get it in front of more eyes, as a
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
world.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You can be global. Okay. So excuse me for that. So Ken, I guess how has your faith influenced your stories that you choose to tell?
Well, it's been basically the entire process, and I talk about the fact that God sends angels to you in the form of different people
Mm,
to guide you towards your calling. A lot of us, like you could be playing with kids one day and someone
mhm.
come up and say, "You know what? You look like you're good with kids. Have you ever thought of having a daycare?" And you're like, "No, my husband won't let me work. I don't have a degree. You got to have money for that." So the devil beats you down and keeps you complacent to do that menial job that you're doing,
Exactly.
because he doesn't want you to go out on your leap of faith with God has for you. And if you hear it again from another person, that's confirmation. So
Yeah.
we know if two people or more people say the same thing,
Right.
that's your calling. And that is what, like I said, the movement in 1996 that I did,
Hmm.
and that person that told me about, black folks don't read, I
Right.
consider that a person that guided me
Hmm.
um, towards um, towards theater.
Right. Okay.
Never thought of theater. And
Okay.
then doing theater, someone came up to me and told me that it might be interested. I might be, interested in, since now we're in a Black History Me Too movement in
Mm,
America,
right.
to turn Never Again, which is my first stage play,
Hmm.
into a online streaming movie.
Okay. Right.
And I was like, a movie?
Hmm.
But Never Again was done in 2002,
Right.
on the VHS. The quality isn't great. So, but I listened to that angel
Hmm.
and Never Again We started filming in 2020, and we finished it in 2022.
Okay.
So 20 years later, Never Again, the stage play became a feature film, and it's online now. So
Right.
you all can watch it on my YouTube channel, and I gave you the link for that.
Yeah.
So
Learn that.
I allow people who are angels to
Mm,
guide me, and I talk about that a lot because a lot of people don't follow their calling in life.
right.
Everyone has a calling. God didn't give you here just to exist. He gave you here with a passion. If you like to read,
Right.
writing, writing books is your passion. If you like to paint, that's your passion. If
Mm,
you like to do kids, daycare, other things, follow your passion because it will guide you and you'll love doing it. And it's better to follow your passion today than wait for tomorrow to be a regret and live with that. And regret and stress will kill you quicker than the bullet.
amen to that. Amen to that. I definitely gonna understand that. So it's amazing how you say how your life kind of you set out one way, one career, and then it kind of turned into another. One. But that's how life is. You never know exactly how things are going to be all the time. But you have to listen to that calling and yield to the
Yeah.
way that God is directing you to do. So,
Yes.
yes, I like how you did that. So, can you tell us which one of your past works that you're most proud of out of all of them?
Wow. I mean, that's like saying which child did you like best?
Right.
I mean, Never Again was my first baby.
Right.
Um, well, my book was my first.
Hmm.
And the stage play, I love theater.
Okay.
Um, each play had a message,
Hmm.
and in writing books, writing movies, writing plays, it's if you have a message, and everyone has a message, but not everyone writes it down and puts it in motion, and
Right.
that's what God has given me the ability to do is put something out there,
Hmm.
put a story out there to impact someone's life, and that's what's because like Never Again was about the mental conditioning of slavery,
Hmm.
something that we deal with a lot today. The mental conditioning. You see the light skin, dark skin. We see long hair, short hair, in
Right.
house crab in a barrel. We
Mm.
see how many of us are fighting over scraps when we were supposed to be kings and queens,
Right.
not fighting over things in the streets.
Right.
All this is ours. We created the sciences, if we know our history, we created all this.
Yes.
But they're kind of whitewashing it and making it believe that we didn't create nothing and we didn't do anything, but we created it. They take what we did and they multiply it, but we created it first. And if we knew we were kings and queens, we wouldn't be begging things in the streets.
Right.
So Never Again is important because it's a history,
Mhm.
and we see how history has been taken away.
Yes, it is.
Um,
It is.
and I'm an educator.
Mm.
I've been in the school system teaching fifth grade for many years,
Okay.
and I love the fact that I can educate through the media that God has allowed me to create. So that is important. 40 Acres Who Stole the Mule is
Mm.
wow. That's something that's important because families are fighting over material things,
Right.
and it's destroying families.
Mm.
Money is the root of all evil, but the love of money is even worse. And we see how, I mean, $10 can destroy two two siblings.
Right. It's two
I
siblings
mean,
friendship. It can destroy it all. Exactly. That's true. Exactly.
yeah.
I understand that.
I mean, grandma dies and a diamond ring falls under the bed, and everyone's like, "That's my diamond ring." No, she promised it to me. I was in that house first, and,
Yeah.
and now they're killing each other. I mean,
Right.
literally, I mean,
Yes. Yes.
weapons.
They are. They
You
really are
know,
sad.
over a diamond ring when
Right.
grandma is in the grave, she ain't even buried yet.
Exactly. And their priorities are not in order. And
Yeah,
that's the sad thing about, our society, our culture, just in general. our priorities are not in order for the most part. The priorities are not in order. All they're thinking about is what they can get instead of what they can give, and come together.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So that message is very important to me. And
Mhm.
when God calls, will you answer is a, is right now the culmination of all this because, like I said, everyone has a calling in life,
Yes.
and but a lot of us don't answer the call. I mean, he's trying to get your attention, and
Yeah.
he's sending people.
Mhm.
Um, they're coming to you. They're saying things to you. You look like you doing good doing this. And you're constantly allowing the devil to say, "No, I can't do it. No, I can't do this."
Mhm.
And if you, he will make provisions. And there's no way I could be touring for 20 years, going from city to city to city,
Right.
on my own. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
a 52 passenger tour bus with 40 actors and
Oh.
light and sound and makeup and props and wardrobe and furniture and all this. I didn't go to school for none of that. I'm a
Nothing.
registered architect and I went to school for real estate.
Okay. See, that's why I said you never know. You could start out one way, but God has
Yeah,
another plan for you. So,
yeah,
and if you go with His plan, everything's gonna fall right into place. Just
yeah. I mean,
right.
in 20 years, I've never canceled one show. We've
Okay.
always, because I learned early on that if
Mhm.
you cancel a city, you burn that city. The
Right.
people won't buy tickets again. If
Mhm.
they do, they'll buy it late because they know that he canceled the last show. So if I spend my $40 buying this ticket and he canceled, then I got to worry about getting my money back. So
Right.
you don't want to cancel. And people putting flyers on Walmart parking lots and Kroger and doing
Mhm.
things to help you.
Right.
They won't do that again if they know you canceled your last show. So
Right.
it affects a lot of things, the sponsors, the radio, the TV commercials. They'll be like, we don't know. You canceled the last show you did when you came to our city.
Right.
So
Exactly.
so
Mhm.
I'm not canceling. We're gonna do this show. If two people show up, we're gonna still do it.
Just like tonight, we showed up anyway. We had some technical difficulties, but I said, "Look, we're gonna show up
You know,
anyway. We got a
I'm
room
here. My
at
tie
our."
on, I'm here.
You were like, "Well, I don't know." I was like, "We're gonna show up regardless, no matter what, because you have
Yeah.
to. The enemy wants you to give up. And, oh, it's not working. I can't do this. Like, you got to show up. You got to show up. Show up for yourself. Show up for God, and let Him know that hey, He's pushing you, but you got to do your part too, and it all comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And so it's a labor of love. And I'm teaching acting classes now. I do a health fair every year in October, which is huge. We just finished it. I do that to raise awareness about the early detection of cancer. That's my 501c3 nonprofit
Oh,
aspect.
hmm
Because my mother is a 23-year breast cancer survivor, had
okay,
3 heart attacks, diabetes, arthritis, but she's in good shape because my father was military. But
okay.
I create the health fair because a lot of people don't have the benefits my mother has.
Right, exactly. My
So
parents are retired military as well, so I can understand that. And yeah, they're protected.
yeah, so that I love doing that. We just finished in October, and we had like 70 vendors, 6 food trucks outside, 2 bouncy houses, 11 classes going on. So you can go in a class and learn life safety, CPR class, sit and fit, yoga. We had a breast cancer survivor fashion show, and
Oh,
my
wow.
mom was a model, and I escorted her down the aisle.
Oh, I bet that was wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was tremendous, and that's something I do every year in October. I teach acting classes. In July I do a 2-week summer camp for kids.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's
these are the things that I've been able to do
right.
because I've been consistent. To keep going at it. I won't quit.
Okay. Okay. So tell us about the Gospel Fest that I'm familiar
But
with.
yeah, I do that in March. That's the other one I do,
Mhm.
and I decided to create that because I struggled. I was like, okay, I want to do something to give back to the church community that's
Yeah.
been supporting my plays throughout the years. And I was like, I can't give every church money, but
Right.
okay. You know, I saw, you know, a lot of different things, Stellar Music Awards and all kinds of things. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can bring that to Augusta.
Right.
So in March, I do my Gospel Choir Fest,
Mhm.
and I give $500 to the best choir, in the highest praise choir. We have gospel groups, we have choirs. Last one we did, we had I think 8 choirs and groups. I had 3 music producers that are judges, large audience, and about 20 or 30 vendors there. We do it, and it's tremendous. The people love gospel. I like Kirk Franklin. I'm a Kirk Franklin person.
Right.
I want to jump on stage and bop around. I
Right.
mean, sing like he sing. I mean, hey, I can say
All
ah ha,
right. Exactly.
hey,
I ain't gonna
hey.
try it either. I'm
You
not
know, I can do all that too. You know, and the choir sound when it blends. Oh my God, it's just.
yeah.
And in my stage plays, I always have a choir singing backstage as the actor on stage because all my stage plays were gospel plays.
Right.
So I have a singer singing on stage and a full choir backstage.
Okay.
And I have a choir opening up for the play at the beginning. So I've always loved choir music, and this gospel choir fest that I do in March is something that I love doing so I can give back.
Yes, I definitely enjoyed the year that I came. I did come last year, but I
Mm.
attended as a vendor the year before, and I really
Okay.
enjoyed it. Yes, it was like even though I was there as a vendor, I was enjoying the show just as much as everyone else
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
Lord, we're right along with everybody else. It was an amazing thing we did, and I'm gonna be praying about the Lord to send me back this coming next March when you do it again. So I'm looking forward to
Okay.
that. So now, did you have any newer projects coming up anytime soon?
Well, yes, I'm actually currently filming. I turned 40 Acres, Who Stole the Mule,
Oh,
into an online streaming movie, which
okay.
is actually a 5 episode series.
Okay.
So we're filming that. That's 5 episodes. So we're putting together a promotional trailer of all the different scenes. I've already written all the episodes because it was my stage play, which
Right.
was a
Okay.
2.5 hour stage play that we toured from 2006 to 2009. So we did 3 years with that, and it was
Okay.
real popular.
Okay.
So I basically extended it,
Hmm.
and each episode is about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, that's a good
So it's
frame. Yeah.
more in depth. I do a lot of backstory, and that's what I learned as I'm in this film, to take characters, 20, 30 years back.
Right.
So finding a person that looks the same,
No, that's
younger, is,
yeah.
is a challenge and
Yeah.
has the same kind of tone, voice.
Hmm.
Um, you can go from a 40-year-old person to a 12-year-old person. Their voice can be, a little younger,
Yeah.
a little different. But if it's light skinned when they're 40, they got to be light skinned when they're 12.
That's right. Exactly.
So,
I'm like, wait a
you got to keep them.
minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm learning a lot of those things. And it's tremendous. So I've expanded the story. Oh, you would never guess who stole the mule until the last episode of the last season, the series. I mean,
Wow.
episode. I've yeah, it's
Right. Okay. So you gotta
and they're
watch the whole
fighting.
series,
I mean,
guys.
it's drama. It's a drama.
Right. Okay. So y'all hear him. You gotta watch the whole series. Now you can't just.
Yeah, yeah. So we're working on that. I'll be traveling and promoting and pitching that all over. It's going to take a minute to get. We're doing a trailer now,
Oh,
which is like a 5 minute promotional, so we can pitch it to Netflix and Hulu, and then we're going to be working on the pilot, the whole episode 1. So it's going to take a minute.
okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
it takes time. Things take time.
Yeah.
To work out.
And if the viewing audience is interested, we're looking for extras and actors. So you can, hit us up, leave a link, let us know that you're interested. We're filming in Augusta, Georgia. So it's from the Aiken, South Carolina, North Augusta. We'll be doing a lot of filming all over. We're looking for actors. A lot of people, if you're interested, in promoters. It's a big project.
Okay, wow. Okay, definitely. Definitely might I may reach out to you myself. You put a few
Okay, I'll put you in there.
excuse me. Okay, so what message do you hope that your work will leave with your audience?
Well, the biggest thing I wanted to say is finding your passion in life is important. Um, from the health fair to my stage plays to the movie, I talk about stress will kill you quicker than a bullet.
Yeah.
And as soon as you can understand stress, because you have two forms of stress, I'll be real quick. You have long term stress and short term stress.
Mm-hmm.
Stress was given to us early on when the dinosaurs ran after the caveman. The caveman, you fight or flight. Your
Right.
muscles got big,
Mm-hmm.
your adrenaline pushed, so you can either run away or you can fight that dinosaur. That
Right.
was stress. After that incident is over, that stress, which cortisone, hormones, and other chemicals dump from your brain, because your brain is the stress, it
Right.
dumps into your body. It eats away the lining of your intestines, your heart, your liver, and other things.
Mm-hmm.
If you're stressing over and over and over again.
Right.
So the short-term stress, it goes in your body, it's out. But
Right.
it's the stressing over bills, stressing over the kids, stressing over hospital bills, stressing over payments, all those things we know happens in life.
Right.
But once you find your calling, you love life. You don't worry about that. And if you can find out what you love doing, you can eliminate that type of stress, it will
Mm-hmm.
add more life to you,
Yeah.
and you can get rid of that chronic stress.
Yeah.
And that chronic stress allows overeating,
Mm-hmm.
taking, drinking alcohol to
Right.
excess, doing drugs, anger, all kinds of ulcers, heart attacks. All those things come as early age because you're stressing.
Yeah.
So once you find your calling in life, you can. I'm not saying you're not going to stress. I
Right.
mean, hey, and
Good
living in America, we're
stress.
gonna have stress,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
but you can eliminate a lot of the stressing over and over and over and over,
Right. Mm-hmm.
that chronic stress,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
live a happier life. And that's what my message is. Find your calling in life today.
Yes. Right now. Yes. Okay. So, are there any final words or any final things of advice that you would give to any aspiring writers or playwrights or filmmakers?
Well, the writers, the filmmakers, don't quit. I'm learning, and I've learned early on that you know and I had to understand that, when I wrote my book, I wrote my, first stage play, um, and a lot of people that write stuff, they want people to like it.
Right.
Everyone is not going to like what you do. But
Exactly.
just like I'm not too fond of country music, that don't mean they're going to stop making it.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, this country is too big for people not to like what you do. If
Right.
you're consistent with it, stay consistent, learn your craft, keep going.
Mm,
Don't give up,
exactly.
because that's what the enemy wants you to do. There's a genre for everyone,
Yeah.
and I had to keep going. And you're not gonna, if it happens.
Mm,
You can write a book and you can make $1 million the next day. It can
right.
happen. I'm not gonna say it can't,
Mm,
um, but a lot of times it doesn't. Don't
right.
get discouraged. Write another book. Write another book. Keep writing.
Exactly.
It can happen. If that's truly your passion in life, it will happen for you. But one thing I know, it will make you less stressful.
That's right. Exactly. I agree. You heard him right here, you guys. This is some amazing advice. I hope you all are listening and taking notes. And if you all would like to reach out to Mr. Jones, you have his contact information right here. And I will, of course, add more information to the end of this video as well.
Okay.
can contact him to reach out about wanting to be in one of the plays or in the movie and all the things. So, Mr. Jones, I would like to just say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have you on my show. I learned
Thank
more
you.
about you than I knew, the things that I did know. So, and I enjoyed that because I like learning. I like learning about people. Not really a people watcher, but I guess I'm a people listener, if you will. I know that doesn't make sense, but I like listening to people and hearing their stories and how they started and how they went on about their lives. So, and I like what you're doing in the community with the Black culture, with promoting our culture, promoting showing people how life was and how it is now, how it can be in the future. So I would like to say again, thank you so much for coming on the show on the All Words Matter podcast with me tonight. I appreciate everything. And unless you have any more final words, I would like to say you all thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. And you all have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thank you again. And
You're
that's my stage play.
okay. Okay.
Never Again, the first one we did, and me and my mom and,
Oh, okay.
and the cast.
Yes, okay, that's wonderful. That is amazing. So we look forward to seeing your new projects, and I
Thank you.
shared the movie and the links in the chat as well. So again, you have a
Thank you.
wonderful night, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too. Good night. Good night, everyone. That is amazing. So we look forward to seeing your new projects, and I shared the movie and the links in the chat as well. So again, you have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And again, we had some technical difficulties, so we had, excuse me, we had to make some changes and upload the video here. So again, thank you all. So I'm trying to get back to my. Here we go. Now I can see my comments. So and I had a bit of a cough, but I just wanted to make sure that I did share it here with you all as well. Since we weren't able to do it here live, but thank you all so much for watching, and you all have a wonderful night. If you have any questions, like I said, I'm gonna put his contact information, and that's also his YouTube channel as well. So you can excuse me, click directly on there, and you can click directly on there to get to the movie. And I've watched it before myself, but yeah, definitely tune in. And let me get off the phone. Huh? But I will be putting his contact information in the description of this interview, so that you can contact him if you are in the Augusta, Georgia area, the CSRA, or if you want to drive to this area. We're between Augusta, Georgia. Well, he's actually there in Augusta, Georgia, and excuse me, about a couple hour and a half, 2 hours from Atlanta. Not too far. So come on out, and I'm gonna get on off and take care of this cough. And thank you all again so much for tuning in with me, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night.